Okay. Have we started recording? Okay, we've started recording. Okay. Hello, everybody. Okay, so I am really, really happy you're here. I'm glad you've joined us for a new consultant orientation. We're going to fly through a lot of stuff, and there's going to be some stuff in, I got to shut this off. There's going to be some stuff in the system that they upgraded that I may look like I'm stumbling through a little bit. And it's only because they've upgraded the system and I haven't fully grasped where everything is yet, as you would expect me to, but I haven't. So, but I'm going to start in a few really basic places. First of all, I wanted you all to know where you belong in the world. And in Team Smartini, we have a meeting every Tuesday night, and you're part of my Smartini organization. All of you that are part of Nancy's team, Cara Ann's team, or my personal team, you're in the Smartini organization. And the Smartini organization is part of Rock On. Rock On is led by Kirsten Jones, and she is my personal director. She recruited me. She's also our business leader. The world of Tupperware is made up of different regions, and we're in what's called the powerhouse region. When we go places like to Jubilee and big things, they'll be all screaming pow, pow, powerhouse. And when Stenova does drawings and so forth, he'll yell out, what region? And everybody will start screaming powerhouse. So you really want to know what region you're from. And that's US and Canada all have different regions. And we're part of the powerhouse region. You're part of the Rock On Tupperware team, which is your business leaders team. And then you might be part of either many other directors or my personal team, Smartini, or Mod Mania, which is Cara Ann's personal team, or Sparkle, which is Nancy's personal team. So, but where you should start, where everybody should start, is on the Rock On team page. You should all be members of Rock On. And when you go to Rock On, at the very top, there's a pinned post, and it says, I'm new, what's next? See more. And if you click on this see more, a document's going to open up, and it talks all about different things. It's going to tell you about the Rock On files on the Google Drive, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. It's going to talk about, there's a video here that Kirsten did about the starter kit. Now, I'm not sure that this has been updated with the new starter kit, but the only thing that changed is they added a knife instead of maybe the can opener. I can't remember. But she's going to go through what's all in your kit and what you can use everything for. She's got the dream interview. And then there's also 2 links for Kirsten does a party and Stephanie does a party. They both do live parties very differently. Stephanie does a food demo, Kirsten doesn't. My party, if you ever came to my live party, it would look like Kirsten's party, pretty much exactly the same, because she's the one that trained me. But these 2 links are here. So if you want to go out and do live parties, maybe you signed up doing a Facebook party, because we have people all over the US, and maybe that's how you found us, is through a Facebook party, not a live party. But you want to do live parties. Maybe that's your thing. You're thinking, you know what, these Facebook parties are fine, but I'd like to go out and be in front of people, because that's kind of my passion. That's what I do. Here's a couple examples of great, great parties. These 2 are wonderful women. Kirsten's #1 in the world for growth. She's been selling Tupperware for 20 years. Stephanie's been selling Tupperware for a little over 10 years. She just earned her 3rd free Mustang. That's not like the car I drive. That's a titled car that they hand it to her. And Stephanie is the #1 financial earner in the United States right now. So these 2 know what they're talking about. They're my dear, dear friends and great mentors, and have taught me a lot. There's other, Janelle explains Facebook training. And then there's also some links on how to enter things. We're going to go through some of this stuff, and I'm going to show you other places to this. But these are all YouTube videos to help you understand stuff, because like I said, I'm going to go really fast. So this gives you time to go back and be able to look at how to set stuff up. Okay? So really important that you guys go to Rock On and you look through these things, and that you know that this is here. And you can hit these 3 little dots up here and say save link on any post, and that'll help you save those links. And then you can always go to your saved things and you can find that in there. So this would be one of those things you'd want to save so that you can go back later on and find these items. You know, you don't have to go, okay, where was that Heidi talked about? Where was it? Same with on our team page. When you are on our team page or your team page, if you see a training on one of your team pages and you're thinking, oh, I want to remember that, you can just go up here and say, save post. And it will save to your saved posts. And when you're on Facebook, you can go to your saved post and go, okay, there was something about deal or no deal, because sometimes it's really hard to find things in Rock On or on Smartini because it's so overwhelming. And I know if you're brand new, you're overwhelmed. You can all shake your heads and say, yes, we're a little overwhelmed with the sheer amount of information we were just tagged in, right? So go in and save those posts so that you can take some time to go back and look at things when you have time to look at them. Unless you just lay in bed for, you know, the next 30 hours and watch every video there is out there and then maybe remember it all. I still have to go back and find posts and remember how to do things. So couple things. With your kit, you got a date book, and make sure one of the things that's really important is that you take care of yourself and you set up time to work your business. So I take my date book, which my date book is not sitting in front of me. But I take my date book, and one of the things that I do is I go through and I highlight those days that I want to party. So I may, because I do live parties, I may say, you know what, I'm only willing to party on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. I won't party on Tuesdays because that's always my team meeting. I want to mark in my calendar, super important that you mark when the Rock On meetings are. They're the first Saturday of every month. Now, this month was a little screwy because we have Fall Fest. So I make sure that I mark out all day on Fall Fest because I know it's an all-day event, okay? Mark out Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights are your team meeting, and that way you don't forget. But make sure you put in some time, maybe an hour a week or 2 hours a week that you're working on following up on leads, or this is the time I'm going to do this, or this is the time when I'm going to post in my parties. And the reason I say be really careful with your date book is because you want to make sure that you don't spend 23 hours a day in front of your computer, because that's not going to help you or your family, and that's not why we do this business, right? I want to make sure that we do this business on our time, and I know you can be really successful at it on your time without having to spend 23 hours a day, right? So use your date book. A date book's going to come with your kit. If you haven't gotten your kit yet, you will soon, and you're going to get a date book in there. It's going to have all the important dates on it, and we're going to go over dates in just a little bit, but super important. Okay, when you log into the system, now guys, I am logging in as me. So if you see anything that looks weird, you just have to ignore that you saw it, right? One of the things people will always ask is, how do I get a hold of customer care? So as your director, as any director, we cannot call customer care on your behalf. You have to call customer care if you need help. And when you call customer care, if you don't get help, you just ask for a ticket number, and then you can let your director know, hey, I called customer care for something. They couldn't help me, but here's my ticket number. Will you help me? Okay? Be really kind and really nice. Know that they are recorded, and they will play them back for us directors. So just be really kind and nice to those people in customer care. But to call customer care, when you first log on, you're going to have this page, and there's a need help widget, and there's some numbers you can call, and you can call those numbers. When you call those numbers, be prepared. They're going to want to know your consultant ID. When you first logged on, see, here's my consultant ID. Write that down somewhere. I have it on a whiteboard, and I have customer care's number saved in my phone. And that way, when I call customer care, I immediately can look to my right, and there is my whiteboard with my ID in it, because I still don't have it memorized. But they're going to want to know your consultant ID. That's the first question they're going to ask, is what is your consultant ID? And then they're going to ask you some different questions. If you need help with a party, if you need help with coupons, if you need help with those sort of things, they're going to ask you some different questions, and they'll help walk you through where to find the information. But this, your very front page is going to give you that very important information. Now, customer care is open from 8:30 a.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so keep that in mind, and it's only open Monday through Friday. Now, the last Friday of every sales month, they say the second and the last Friday. So on brochure end, I didn't realize that, and the last Friday of every sales month, they're open till 3 a.m. Eastern Time. So we get a little bit more time for some help if we need it, okay? But they're there to help you. and you can call them with any of your questions. Even if it seems like a silly request, call them and they'll help you. And if they don't, like I said, get a ticket number, let your director know, and then we can call and get you additional help. Okay. My husband says I say all the time. So somebody could, sit and keep track of it, and then you could prove my husband right. But it's how I think. I don't know what it is about me, but it's how I think. Okay, training. When you log in, there's this little place here called training. In here is so much help. And all of this help here is done and taught by people that are very well versed in the system. They've been selling Tupperware for a very long time. They're going to go over so much stuff. This stuff here is all in the wrong order about entering your first order. So, I mean, it really should start with how to set up your party and go all the way down and end with submitting your party. But for some reason, it's in a weird order. But all of this is here in training. There's stuff for your base for consultants to start out with. There's core information if my computer would catch up. There's a training here by me, by Cheryl Smith, Bonnie Alexander, who's fantastic. All kinds of, watch Kevin Farrell. He's hilarious, and he is a fantastic trainer. So tons and tons and tons of stuff. Look at this when people say, I don't know how to use the Micro Pro Grill. Well, look, Susan Perkins is going to teach you right here, okay? So go to the training tab, and you may not have all of these little boxes here. You may only have the first 4, but go in here and look at it. If you want to learn things about our website, this digital and social media support, this is all taught by the people that are in the background that are developing all of this stuff for you. So you can go in and watch these and learn things about Tupper Connect and so forth. If you can't find it on our team page, you can always find stuff here, okay? Brochures. So the Salesforce website, this is where I said I might stumble around a little bit just because they just redid it and it looks completely different. But what they did was they made it so it's pictures, so it seems to make sense. So the last 14 days is going to have anything in it that has happened in the last 14 days that might be important to you. I just make it a habit when I log in, I go to the last 14 days and just check and see if there's anything there that I need to catch up on that I may have missed, a product update or something to that effect. New consultants, guys, this is all for you. Click on this and go in and look at the resources that Tupperware has made available to you to help you with your business starting out, okay? I'm going to go back into this in just a minute. Product knowledge. If you need to know something about a product, it's exactly what you're going to find here. Fun recipes for things. I get asked all the time, hey, I just got my new Micro Pro Grill. Where do I find a recipe for it? You know what? There are 61 resources in here. I bet you'll find a recipe there. And then lots more training. All kinds of, our fundraising stuff, helping your community is our fundraising stuff. Do you know with our fundraisers, we give 40% back to the organization, and you can do a fundraiser for absolutely anything. So if you know somebody that needs a new roof on their house, you could do a fundraiser for them to help raise money. And Tupperware will give 40% back to that organization. So just a little note in there. So the first thing I want to talk about is how to get to our catalogs and flyers and brochures. And that is in here. See where it says party prep and recruiting? That's everything we need for a party. And one of the things we need for parties is we have to bring catalogs and brochures, correct? So we want to really pay attention also to the dates. So our catalog, we get 4 catalogs a year. So this current catalog that we're in, and our catalog are these big things, the great big ones. Our catalog, we have a fall and holiday catalog will end the end of the December sales month. I don't remember what date that exactly is. So on December 29th, this catalog is going to end and we're going to have an all brand new catalog. So 4 times a year we get a catalog, and you need to pay really close attention to that. Our brochures, we get a new brochure mid-month. They run mid-month to mid-month. So this current brochure that we're in, this one, our current one ends on November 10th, and we'll have a new one that starts November 11th. Now, how you need to pay really close attention to dates is this. If you have a party and you've been advertising the brochure that ends November 10th, you need to close that party. That means submit it in the Tupperware system by midnight your time on Friday the 10th. Even though your party may have started the 6th, 7th, or 8th, if you do not close it by midnight on the 10th, anything that you have sold out of that particular brochure, you will not be able to get anymore. So we get a lot of times with people posting, oh my gosh, I didn't realize, for example, the 2-for-1 soup mugs or the 2 for $12 soup mugs that are currently on sale. I bet you we will see on Rock On Saturday, oh my gosh, I didn't know that we couldn't get these after the date. Does anybody have these? Because I sold them to a customer and now I can't get them for her. So you want to make really sure, because nothing I ever want to hear, it breaks my heart to hear, oh my gosh, I sold 40 of those soup mugs and now I have to tell them all that they can't get them, okay? So pay really close attention to dates, and the dates when they end, they're a hard, fast date. Tupperware doesn't have any flexibility usually with that. It's a hard, fast, this date, it's closed and it's done. And I'm going to talk to you about submitting in a minute so that you understand that. Okay, so there are other things in here, added offers. Sometimes there's an offer just for a special week that happens, like we had these That's a Bowl Friends Set flyers. This week right now we have this flyer for these holiday helpers, these carry-all handles. And you can print these out, you can do screenshots, you can download them. They have them in PDF, and I think they have them in JPEG as well, so that you can see them. Over here, I close that little thing. If you want to see it in Spanish, you can. They have it in, so here it is in a JPEG, in an image. So you could download this image so that you can post it on Facebook, okay? And you just hit this little X to close things. So they do a really good job of going back and making sure that you have things for you to post. So there's no real need for you to go out in strange places and find things. I mean, you're welcome to copy our stuff, but Tupperware provides really good. And the thing to know is that if you're taking one of these added offers from Tupperware, you know that it's right. I have seen so many times where people will post a flyer for something and the dates are wrong or the price is wrong or something. If you're getting it off of Rock On, we can help you with that because we make sure that everything that's created in Rock On is correct. But sometimes people will pull things from other sites out there and it might not be correct. So you want to make sure that you're pulling correct information. And if you ever have any questions, go to your director or your recruiter and say, hey, I want to post this. Is this correct information? Okay. So I'm going to start with, actually, I'm going to start down here with sales aids. So sales aids, I'm going to explore this, and I'm going to open up our sales aids. So sales aids are those things that you use to work your business, okay? Those are your catalogs, your brochures, your order forms, and your little giveaways that you can use in your parties. Okay, so if you need to order more catalogs or you need to order more brochures, here is where your item numbers are going to come for those, is here, and it's this item number here in your price. We don't get sales credit for those. These are just the cost of doing business. I do get asked, do they just automatically send catalogs or brochures? No. You have to go in and actually order them, and know that it could take about a week for you to get these things. If you need them faster, you can always contact Kirsten. And Kirsten usually orders like cases and cases of things. Sometimes I have extras and I can stick them in the mail to you as well. So just be aware of that if you need them faster, if you were like, oh my goodness, I have one flyer and I have a party on Friday, what am I going to do? You can usually get a hold of one of us and we can try to figure out how to get a pack in the mail to you quicker. But you would typically just order them from Tupperware. You would have received in your kit a pack of catalogs, a pack of whatever current flyer when you signed up, a pack of order forms. We have a long order form and a short order form. Kirsten prefers the long order form. I prefer the short one. The long order form matches the catalog. It's in order, numerical order, and it's every single item in the catalog. But they go with the catalog. So if you don't use them all, at the end of the catalog, these have to go get thrown away and you have to buy new ones. I prefer the short one, but that's just me. You are going to get in your kits, party planning folders, and an envelope. These are to make your hostess packets. On the Smartini organization team pages, we have training, and I believe on Rock On as well, there is a training video that I did on hostess packets. Hostess packets are really, really, really important. It's super important that a hostess gets a catalog in her hands. Whether you use the party planning folders, if it's a live party, I always use the party planning folders, or whether you just put together stuff and you send it out. On Rock On, I'm gonna go into Rock On here. If you do a search over here for hostess packets, and you click the little search button, hostess packets, you should all be sending them. There's a video here that you can watch on hostess packets, okay? And it's on Rock On. Other things you're gonna find in there, if you needed another kit bag, they're only $10. I mean, that's a pretty good price for a bag if you needed a second bag. And then these door hanging bags, these are, I just did a bunch of them. They're little bags. They don't really fit a catalog without bending the catalog, but they fit a sale flyer really well. I use them when I get down to the end of the month. So we're at the end of this sale flyer brochure, and I had a whole pack of sale brochures, the little ones. I had a whole pack, and I didn't have any parties between now and Friday where I was going to use them. So I bought these door hanging bags. I stuck one of these in there, and I put a little note that said, hey, if you order, I'm going to give you free sales tax or something before Friday. And I went around to all my neighbors' doors and I put these in their doors. Okay? Really great way. You can put a business card and a little note on a Post-it that just says, hey, I'm your neighborhood Tupperware lady. You could go across the street. Maybe there's an apartment complex that would allow you to do it, or a brand new neighborhood. Whenever new houses get built, it's a really great opportunity for you to use these little door hanging bags and go put these brochures on their doors and let people know who you are. Other things in here, this is where you'll get more citrus peelers, magnets, keychains, scoops, funnels, all those little things, these guest gift bags, all those little things that you'll use in a party as gifts. Remember, keychains and smidgets, rule number one, big, big, big rule. You can never, ever, ever sell those, okay? And it's actually against the rules to sell any one of the sales aids, but keychains and smidgets, when I have a vendor event, I get asked all the time, don't you have those little smidgets you can sell me? Or will you sell me a little keychain? And I have to shake my head and say, no, but I'd be happy to give you one if you book a party. Keychains and smidgets are for booking parties. That is what they're for. That's their primary use. Okay? So just always keep that in mind. For keychains, smidgets, only for party bookings. Okay, let's go back here. In our catalog, there is all kinds of things here with the catalog, like all kinds of party support, dating gifts, the catalog itself, and there is a samples is in one of these. So I'm gonna go here and see if it's in here. Aha, samples list, woohoo! Okay, so samples. Samples are those things that we get to buy at a considerable discount, yet we get full sales credit for it, okay? All samples, you get to buy samples 2 weeks before a brochure catalog comes out and 2 weeks into it, with the exception of a catalog. A catalog, we get to order samples from this catalog through December 13th, so 2 weeks before the catalog ends, okay? So for example, if you wanted to buy the apple core, you would pay $9.75, but you're going to get sales credit in the amount of $15. Sales credit is really important because, as you all know, you're brand new and you're trying to work your way through Confident Start, right? Well, when working through Confident Start and it says sell $1,000 in your first 60 days, okay? That's $1,000 worth of sales credit in your first 60 days. Any of the awards, any kind of awards or anything are based upon sales credit. So if you have an award this week to earn the sifter, I think was sell $250 and you earn the sifter. It's $250 in sales credit, not what you paid, okay? So you really want to make sure that you're not missing out on something by a little bit, because you could be missing out on an award and you need $20 in sales credit and you'd only have to spend $13 to get that sales credit. Okay? I hope that makes sense to everybody, because sales credit ends up a little bit kind of confusing. But this is everything that you can buy at sample cost. So if you wanted this Chef Series griddle and you're like, well, I don't want to pay $199 for this griddle, you could pay $129.35 for it and get $200 worth of sales credit, okay? Or you can step up to manager and your director will buy you a piece of cookware, because that's how we roll in the Rock On organization. When you step up, you get a free piece of cookware, right? Or you can work your way through the Confident Start program and be like Sue, who just finished and got the entire set of cookware for finishing her Confident Start program. That's a $1,200 set of cookware she earned. So pretty amazing. So look through these, because you'll want to pay attention to what you can sample before you just go out and buy it yourself. Okay. I think, these overviews, these are always really nice because they're going to give you some hints on how to sell some of the stuff in there. So it'll talk about, maybe. Well, I thought that's what it would tell us. There is a place that I thought would tell us. I guess it's not here. So it must be somewhere else. Like I said, I'm going to fumble through a little of this. But lots of information about our freeze-it containers. You can get it in Spanish as well. I know that I hear from people, can I see this in Spanish? I have somebody that is a host and her party is going to be in Spanish. Have fun with that, but maybe you speak Spanish and English is your second language. You can get everything in Spanish here. And I did notice that you can use the drop down here and see everything in Spanish. I kind of wondered if it would change everything in Spanish. Oh, look at that. It changes it all in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so I should probably turn it back to English to make sure that I don't totally lose it, because that would be really funny. So our brochures, ignore that you guys see that. Isn't that a pretty cover? Shh. I'm recording this. This is going to be really funny. Kirsten's going to watch this and go, they can see that, but I'm not going to show you. You just get to see the pretty cover. So right now, our current brochure that's starting on Saturday is our mid-November brochure. So you can click on the mid-November brochure and you can find your samples here as well. So I can click on the samples list and up will open the samples. Pay really close attention to the dates because you only have till November 22nd to order these samples. But these things like the stuffable set, you're going to get $75 in sales credit, and you personally get to buy them for $48.75. Okay? So I know that in the chat, we were talking about the stuffables, and when the meeting started, we were talking a little bit about it. The microwave plate cover, you'll pay $5.85, and you're going to get $9 in sales credit. But you only have until November 22nd to do it. Okay? We're going to talk about how to enter samples and sales aids in just a minute. So you see how to actually order these, because you order them very different than you order a party. Okay. Enough about that. I am going to go to New Consultant because I wanted to show you in New Consultant for a moment. There is your Confident Start program, and I'm hoping that you all got tagged on this, but if you didn't, there is, and in your, you got a Confident Start poster in your kit. It came with your kit now. We didn't used to get that, so you should hang that up. It's pretty exciting, so you can keep track of where you are. So one of the things that I want to explain to you is they say level one party, $500. So in the land of Tupperware, $500 is our average party. So when they say submit 2 parties and earn this award, they mean submit $1,000. When they say submit 3 parties, they mean submit $1,500. Okay? So to them, 1 party is $500. So just always keep that in mind. You are enrolled automatically in the Confident Start program your first 13 weeks in business. So level 1, when you sell $500 in your first 13 weeks, you're going to get to choose between one of these awards, okay? Level 2 is a little bit different because level 2, You all want to sell $1,000 in your first 60 days, okay? Why? Because then your kit is paid off and you don't have to pay that remaining balance of $60. So you all paid $39 up front for your kit. And now what's due is in 60 days, $60 is due unless you sell $1,000. And when you sell $1,000, Tupperware pays the remaining of your kit off. You guys just got $350 worth of Tupperware in your kit. So it's pretty awesome that Tupperware is going to pay that all off. And the only thing you have out of your pocket is $39 plus tax, right? It's pretty cool. So that's level 2. When we talked about, remember I said level 7 that Sue just earned her entire cookware set? You'll get to choose at level 7 either the iPad or the entire set of cookware, okay? So pretty awesome prizes. Each level has different prizes. I love my rolling kit bag. I would love to be able to just buy a couple more of those because I could really use them. They're absolutely fantastic. It's what I use at all of my parties. So pretty exciting. And there is a tracker in the back office. I'll show you where it's at because we're logged in as me. I don't have a tracker that looks like yours, but I'll show you where it's at so you can go in and look at your own tracker. Go back here. I have not looked to see where this is. Okay, the parts catalog warranty. There is lots of training out there on warranties. And one of the things that we're always going to tell you is please make sure you have downloaded the parts catalog and the parts index. When someone needs to warranty something, and we are there to help you in the beginning because warranties and replacements are pretty overwhelming. But I will always ask you, did you download the parts catalog and the parts index? These two things. Make sure that you have those downloaded so that you can go look things up, okay? I'm just telling you where they're at. They're in this product knowledge under parts catalog and warranty. So you guys want to make sure those are two things that you want to have saved in your world of Tupperware, is maybe make a warranty folder and you save those two documents in there. There's lots of training on our team sites on warranties and how to do them, but we are here to help you because even I get stumped every once in a while. So, but we're here to help you with that. Your account, when you go up to the right-hand corner and you click on account, this is where your subscription is. Right now, if you are brand new, you probably just have the basic free subscription to the site. And that's okay. But what it means is that people cannot go to your website. You do not have a personal website for people to order. So if somebody wants to order, they need to contact you directly and you put the order in for them. So if you would like to have a website where people can go and order, or if you want to be able to set your party up with a link for people to order, you would need to have a Plus account. Now, I would say you do not need anything higher than a Plus, okay? A Silver allows you to have access to Party Plus. I'm not going to go into what Party Plus is right now, but really the most I think that you really need as a consultant is a Plus account. It's $9.95 a month. One of the advantages also of having a Plus account is that you then become part of the directory for when somebody calls 1-800-Tupperware and they need to find a Tupperware consultant in the area. If you have a Plus account, your name becomes on that list. If you don't, your name's not on that list. Or if people go online and they look for a Tupperware consultant in the area, if you don't have a Plus account, you're not on that list. The other advantage that it gives you is that when somebody goes to www.tupperware.com and they just go shop, okay? So somebody out there in the world, they don't have a Tupperware consultant, they just gone out and shopped. What Tupperware does, and I mean, you just kind of have to imagine this kind of in buckets, is that Tupperware takes the commission from those orders and they put it in a bucket, okay? And at the end of the month, they take that bucket and they divide it out between consultants in that area. So you'll get a little bit of a piece of that pie, but only if you have a Plus account. And I will tell you, my piece of the pie is usually much more than the $9.95 I've spent on the Plus account, okay? So having a Plus account is really advantageous, and you just hit select and you'll set it all up. You have access to several other things. You can click here and look at all the features and stuff. But how to do that, once again, is you just went up to the little thing, you hit account, and then you select subscription. One of the other things I want all of you to do when you first go in is I want you to go to notifications, and you need to select how you're getting notifications from Tupperware. Either are you getting them at your Tupperware email site, or are you getting them on your personal email? You need to go in and select one of those because that hasn't been done, and you might be missing out on emails from Tupperware with important information, okay? So make that on your task list, is to go into notifications and update that for yourself. Okay. In the last 14 days, there is the My Week. Guys, My Week is super, super important. You all will get My Weeks emailed to you from Tupperware in your email. You guys want to look at the My Week. It's going to tell you all kinds of things. I think it's right here. It's going to tell you what you're earning for the week. All of that kind of stuff is in there. And there's videos by Cheryl. But it's going to tell you all your party perks, your award coupon, what's in it for all of that. So you guys want to pay attention to that. And you will get an email with My Week. Most of us that have been selling Tupperware for a while stay up till midnight on month end and wait for the My Week email so we can see what we're going to earn and what the new Say Yes offer is. Chloe's shaking her head because either that or she's shaking her head at something else. But we all usually wait for that My Week because it's pretty exciting when it comes to see what we're going to earn for the next week. Okay. The Tupperware Sales Week ends every Friday at midnight your time, and the Tupperware Sales Month ends the last Friday of each month at midnight your time. So this month, we end on November 24th. Even though it seems like there's almost a whole nother week in the month of November, we end November 24th, the day after Thanksgiving is the end of our sales month. So during a sales month, if you sell $1,500 a month in a sales month, you get a 5% bonus. If you sell $4,000, you get a 10% bonus. That's $400, you guys. But that's during a sales month, and it starts over again every month. So what you don't want to do is get down to the 24th and you've sold $1,450 worth of Tupperware and you go, oh, I have a whole nother week to go. Nope. You have to have submitted $1,500 by Friday the 24th at midnight because that's the end of our sales month, okay? So pay attention to those dates. It's the last Friday of every month. We do recommend a separate bank account for your Tupperware business. It will help you in the long run. I have a separate bank account because I track my expenses. All my Tupperware expenses come out of that one bank account. My checks get direct deposited into the bank account, and I can keep that money separate. And then when my checks get deposited into my Tupperware bank account, then I pay myself. So that's how I get paid every month. Otherwise, it would just kind of seems like it's lost out there and I don't get to track. You get a 25% commission on your sales. So every single thing you sell, you get 25%. So you sell $100, you make 25 bucks. Okay? So a $500 average party, you make $125. And that's everybody. We don't make different levels just because I'm a director. I don't make a different percentage than you do. We automatically make 25% from day one and all the way up. So even Kirsten, when she sells Tupperware, she's our business leader. And even when she sells Tupperware, she still makes a 25% commission. For fundraisers, you make 25% on the 60%. I know that's confusing, but you only get sales credit and you only get paid on the 60% because they take 40% and they give it away, okay? When you sell $1,500, remember I said you get a 5% bonus. When you sell $4,000, you get a 10% bonus. So pretty awesome. I love getting my 10% bonus. It's nice just getting a $400 check in the mail. Okay, so our host program. So hosts have many different options, but one of the things that where people get confused a lot, I'm going to go back in here because I want to share this with you in our brochure. So I'm going to open the mid-November brochure. Okay, So there is a special host offer. Like, it's nice and crooked here, you know, because I can't rotate it. Oh, wait, can I? Hey, I can. Okay, so you see in the middle of the mid-November brochure that there is a special host, and it says free with a $600 party and 2 datings held, right? One of the things to be very careful of is paying attention to this down here. It uses $90 in host credit. So the host, if they have a $600 party, they get $90 in host credit because they get 15% as credit, or yes, 15% as credit. You would think I hadn't sold Tupperware before, so sorry. So they get $90 in credit. That they get a choice. They can either spend that $90 on items in the regular catalog. Now, your host credit and your half price can only be used for things in the regular catalog, not in the sale brochures. If they want to buy things out of sale brochures, it gives them extra credit, but they cannot use their credit for things that are in the sale flyer. So when they get that credit, they have a choice. They can choose to spend $90 of credit and get this entire set here, okay? Or they can spend the $90 and get products out of the regular catalog. The same thing is there with our catalog. Explore. It's slow. In our catalog, in the very front of our catalog, there is also this great host or thing where with a $500 party and 2 datings, they can choose the Crystal Wave set. With a $750 party, they can choose Crystal Wave and get the 4-in-1 cooker. They need to use host credit to do that. So it's an either or, okay? That makes sense to everybody? See heads shaking out there? Okay, because I know that gets really confusing, and a lot of times you'll have hostesses come back to you says, well, it says it's free with a $750 party. So I make it really clear when I go over the hostess benefits with the hostess, I'll say, great, you just earned $113 in host credits. You have a choice. You can use that credit to get this host gift special, or you can use that credit to do this, right? And make it really clear to your hostess so there isn't any confusion when they come back. Because they do get confused, and I know new consultants, that gets a little confusing as well. So just very clear at that. I meant to do this, stay in here a second. Our host program, so a couple things. Just for doing a $175 party, your host gets to pick one of these things. And you know what, you guys, you can always be the host too. So some direct sales, from what I understand, they don't allow consultants to be also hostesses of parties. You can host your own party as many times as you want. I host my own party probably once a quarter when the new catalog comes out. I'll do a mystery hostess party, and I'm the hostess, and I give away the hostess benefits. But you can host your own party at any point in time. Your grand opening party, you're the hostess and the consultant at the same time. So with a $175 party, they get to choose one of these items for free. We as consultants pay $3.50 for them out of our commission, okay? So just be very aware of that. It's free for them, but we pay $3.50. It's a pretty good deal for us. Because the microwave breakfast maker set's worth $29. The hostess needs to have a $275 party to earn any credit or half-priced items. So anything below $275, your hostess only gets to pick one of these free gifts. So if your hostess has a $100 Facebook party or a $100 live party, they don't earn anything for having that party. So it's really advantageous for your hostess to actually participate and be part of the party. And I am very clear up front with our hostess what her awards are. Also, one of the things that I do that tend to make my parties a little bit higher party average is, let's say you get done and your hostess has a $400 party. I don't look at my hostess and go, oh, all right, you got $40 in credit and one half price item. I go to my hostess and go, guess what? You are $100 away from getting $75 in host credit and 2 half price selections. What do you think we can do to get that additional $100 in orders, right? So I always work with my hostess in trying to bump them up to the next level of where they can be. But this right here just shows you exactly a $275 to $499 party. They get 10%, 15%, 20%. Okay. So this is all in your catalog is where you're going to find this. Okay, I am going to go into what I call the back office, even though Tupperware calls this whole thing the back office. I call the back office where we go to enter orders. And you'll go up to My Sales, Place Order. You will enter all your orders here. You'll enter your sales aids here. You'll enter your samples here, and you'll redeem your coupons here. Now, anything that you earn from me or from Kirsten or from Nancy or from Cara Ann, the monthly challenges that we post on our team pages, anything like that, those items come from us. But anything from Tupperware, any of the awards from Tupperware load as a coupon from Tupperware. Coupons load on Fridays. Coupons you don't earn something on Tuesday and the coupon loads on Fridays. Sometimes they take a while for the coupon to load. There's one guy at corporate that loads the coupons, so we're all very, very patient. Coupons are usually good for about a month, so they expire in a month. Some things are for free stuff. Some coupons are for free stuff. Some coupons are for a price, and all of them you'll get charged a little bit of shipping on. Not a lot, but you will get charged a little bit of shipping on. So just be aware of that, okay? First of all, when you log in, you're going to go to your personal summary. The very first thing you should always do when you log in is go in and put your party dates in here. So, and not just how many parties you have during those periods, okay? You put them in and you hit update. That is called your parties up. You'll hear your directors say, hey, corporate's asking for our parties up, okay? It was a very terrible example there of me not putting in my parties up in advance. They should all be there, and I didn't put them in, so I just loaded one. Don't do what I did, be honest. What this does is it, one, tells your director what you have on the books, and it helps us predict how our month is going to go. Two, what it does is it tells corporate how many parties they have sitting out there that need to be submitted, okay? So they can control back orders, and that's, if they show that, oh, we have no parties at all this week, then they don't need to turn the machines on and pump out a whole bunch of sets of the Crystal Wave. But if they show they have 10,000 parties that week, that means they may need to turn that machine on and do 10,000 sets of the Crystal Wave, right? So it's important you put your parties up in. The next thing is this track challenge progress. This is our new button that helps you go in and see, okay, here's a challenge. Like, here's a challenge. I want this, and I still need $224.50 before Friday. And I can click on the tracking details and go, okay, I have till Friday to enter $224.50 to get this award. You bet I'm going to go out and sell $224.50 before Friday to get that award. There is nothing out there that's going to stop me because I really, really want this award, okay? Now, I will tell you this is very slow to update, and sometimes it's not always totally accurate, but it's at least there so that you can see what you need to do and what challenge is you need to work on. Okay. Up in reports under Confident Start Program, you're going to have something called the Confident Start Program Tracker after you enter your very first order. And it's going to show you where you're at in the Confident Start and how much you need to get to your next level. I encourage you to keep track of that. That's under reports, and it's important. Just one moment. Sweetheart, you know there's tons of pasta and salad that has to be eaten before you make pizzas. There's all that pasta that if it doesn't get eaten in the next day or two, it's going to be bad. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. So I am going to go in here under Party History. And this is where we go to enter our parties. So I'm not going to go step by step through how to enter a party, but what I am going to show you how to do is how to claim your coupons, how to enter sales aids, and how to enter samples. You're going to say start a new party. Don't ever use this button that says sales aids order. What they did was they created a sales aids order button so that you could order catalogs, brochures, those sales aid items, and that they would ship out faster. It charges you a ton more shipping cost, and I have never found that it is any faster. I have tried. It's not any faster, so don't use it. Anytime you are ordering things, sales aids, samples, coupons, you're always going to use non-party. So you'll click on non-party. You'll enter a description. Now you can enter coupons and sales aids together, but never enter samples with anything else. Samples should just be on their own. There is a shipping that maxes out with coupons and sales aids. And so you want to make sure you're not paying too much shipping on something, because it will charge you, automatically hit 10% and you'll get charged a big chunk in shipping, okay? But you can combine coupons and sales aids. Everything needs a party date. So today's the 8th. I'm just going to select the 8th. I'm going to hit next. And we're going to sit and sing a song in between. It's super slow. The internet just went. Sorry, everybody. I don't really know what to tell you in here, but our internet just suddenly got really, really slow. Okay, you're going to say this order is for a consultant. Now, I only use non-party for a customer. If I have a customer that has called me and they're placing an order, a warranty item, or they have an order and it's not part of a party, it's just one order, then I'll use a non-party customer order. But otherwise, this is for consultant. And when I do this, you're going to see my coupons are here. And I'm going to say redeem my coupons. I'm going to click on this little blue button here, close the window. I'm going to hit verify. And there you go, my coupon loaded. Okay. Now, if I wanted to add some sales aids to this, I would go to item search and I would say, can you show me the list of all the sales aids? I need to add some keychains. And I can sort by cost here. Maybe I need some order forms. But I know that I need some keychains because everybody on my team is going to earn a whole bunch of keychains this month, and I am totally out. Completely wiped out of keychains. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add, maybe if I can find them, some more keychains. You guys could all tell me what keychains you want, and I am like totally out of keychains, like totally out. Whoops, I do not need 33 of those though. And then I hit verify and my keychains show up, okay? And then I hit next and I hit next again and I hit party summary and you'll see my coupon is here plus my keychains. My shipping and handling is $5.50. You are getting taxed on the full retail. In state of Washington, it's 10.4%. So those of you that live in other states, be very happy that you live in other states. I love it when I do a Tupperware party in Montana because I'm like, woohoo, I'm going to order a bunch of stuff for myself out of that party because there's no sales tax. The first time you go in here, you will not have a card saved. I would say save a card. It'll save you in the long run. It'll help you in the long run because then you can just select an existing card. And then there's this button that says submit party. When you submit this, when you have to enter your password here, there is no going back. Whether you're doing coupons and sales aids, whether you're doing samples, or whether you're submitting an actual party. When this comes up, there's no turning back. There's no calling Tupperware saying, can you cancel an order? There's no fixing a credit card in there. There's no doing a substitution or changing anything. This is the point of no return, okay? So I'm gonna hit submit. And it's submitted, okay? And it's all done, and I've ordered my coupons, okay? Thankfully, I had coupons in there. Last time I did this training, I didn't have any coupons to show you. I would go back to party history, and I can do the same thing for a non-party, and let's say I want to order some samples. and this is for me, I can go over here and say my samples, and up are going to open all of the samples that I have available to me. Now, samples, we can only order one of each. So if you looked through here, you wouldn't find those stuffable set because I've already ordered my sample of the stuffable set and it's already been sent to me, okay? But I can just go through here and I can say, okay, I would like those and that and that and that and that. I'd like all of those. And I hit verify. There are my samples. Now you guys need to ignore the prices that it shows here. This is where everybody gets panicked and they say, oh my goodness, I'm paying $46. That's not right. I'm supposed to pay a sample cost. Yes, you just have to keep hitting next and get to party summary. When you get to party summary, you'll see you're going to get $46 in sales credit, but you'll only have paid $29.90. Okay? So that sales credit, remember, make sure you pay really close attention because if you are $50 short of an award and you go in here and go, woohoo, I got it, and you only submitted $46, you don't get that award. I tell the story all the time about how I missed a beach chair award by $2.80 because I wasn't paying attention. I knew better. That was like 3 months ago, you guys. So we all make those mistakes, but you don't want to have to go in then and place a $4 sample order because you're going to pay shipping on that $4 sample order, okay? So I'm not going to submit this because I don't even know what samples I just ordered. So I think that's pretty much it. You can search parties. There's all kinds of, up in resources, you can go to my coupons and see if you have any coupons in there that you need to submit. And then you can see all the coupons that you've ordered. So if you have a problem and think, oh my gosh, I don't know if I submitted for a certain coupon, you can look through here and see all the coupons that you have submitted forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Tupperware may give away lots of free stuff, right? Because check all that out. That's lots of free stuff that Tupperware has given me over the years. Under my profile is where you change your password or your address. Under security is where you change your password. Okay, so it's up under. This is what it's going to look like in the back office when they redo the whole thing. So there's parts of it that they've redone, and it looks all pretty. And then you go in here and it looks like this. So, you know, it's a little bit crazy. But that's pretty much it. I know this was a lot of information. You're all sitting there like, oh my gosh, that was so much information. You're all going to get a link so that you could go back and watch this. Just know there are so many tools out there for you. We are here for you. We're not leaving you at any point in time at all. You can ask us at any time. You can post on our team pages. I will say that posting on Rock On, there's 3,000 members on Rock On. Where on our team pages, there's much less than that. So Rock On is one of those places, if you're like, oh my gosh, I need help right now, you could post on Rock On, help somebody, I need help, I'm brand new. You will get so many people jumping in to help you if one of your directors is not available right away. Lots of people with lots of knowledge and lots of experience are there to help you. So just so you know, I am going to stop the share and I am going to stop the recording.